Hey, what's up, everybody? It's the RCLman here. Welcome to podcast number 31. Last week went pretty good with the viewer podcast. I really thought that it got a little chaotic there at the beginning, but we made something out of it, and it ended up being pretty good, I think. This week, though, holy crap, we've got a long podcast. I think this podcast is going to be like 30 minutes long. I don't know. We'll have to see what I edited and everything, but we've got all the E3 stuff. Well, actually, no, not even all the E3 stuff. We have just like only the stuff that I cared about, right, is what I'm going to talk about. But then it's the first half of E3. So the back half of E3 has to go on next week's podcast. It's crazy. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started with podcast number 31. It's a long one. All right, everybody, we are in smack dab in the middle of E3. Like, literally, the podcast is right here in the middle of it. So we've got like half of it behind us and half of it in front of us. Let's just go ahead and jump into some new stuff that I personally, this is basically just my highlights, like my things that I saw that I wanted to bring up. So, as if you are a listener of the podcast, you know that I enjoy some Apex Legends. I know not everybody does, but so they had a whole E3, like their whole E3 EA stream that they did. I didn't watch any of it except for the Apex Legends part. So let's start with that. Apex Legends got a new update. It's the Legendary Hunt. Okay, so they added challenges to it. You complete the challenges. I think you get XP for them, but definitely once you do all them, you can get like new skins for guns and skins for Legends. I think Bloodhound had one. But yeah, and then the Battle Pass, obviously, if you have the Battle Pass, that gets more stuff. Let's see. The other thing they added was an Apex Elite queue. So if you place in the top 5 of a round, then you have the opportunity to play in an Elite queue. Your next game will be, it's essentially like starting competitive, which is something that they announced for Season 2. Season 2, they are going to start ranked mode. There'll be 6 tiers. They'll go from Bronze all the way up to Apex Predator, and then you'll get rewards as the seasons go on and everything like that. So I'm excited for all of that stuff. Obviously, I don't think that I'm going to get... I don't think I'm going to rank too high in that group, but who knows, I might improve, and that definitely excites me, because I like Apex Legends, so I want to play that more. I was even excited when they brought the newest update, the Legendary Hunt, where you get that queue of expert, not the elite players, you know what I mean, and then, the challenges, just to add something else to it. But also, Season 2, called Battle Charge, that is the name of the Season 2, and it is coming out on July 2nd, so best believe on July 2nd, if I don't have anything better to do, I'll probably be on Apex Legends. It adds a new gold gun, a new legendary weapon, the L-Star, which is actually a game from Titanfall. I don't know if it was in the first one. I know it was in the second one, though, and it was just like almost like an energy weapon that was just like fully automatic, and just even they said it was like super OP. So I'm excited to jump into that. Although I was a little disappointed to hear it was just a gold gun. I thought it was going to be like a new base gun, but we'll see what happens. They also teased some new hop ups that would be in the game, kind of mild stuff there. They said they would change, or they teased rather that they would change the Mozambique to make it a little bit more useful, because I even did a video at one point where I was like, we're going to specifically try and use the worst piece of crap gun that they have in the game. But who knows, maybe they'll make some changes to the Mozambique and it'll actually be useful, and maybe I won't avoid it like the plague. Let's see here. And then they're also, just with the challenges they added there already, they're going to add some more challenges. They're going to be daily challenges and weekly challenges. He also said that they would stack, so like you could save them up and then later on do all of the challenges at once. So that's pretty cool. Of course, instead of they mentioned also, instead of having a bunch of like stats and banners and stuff in the battle pass, they're going to give you more like good stuff. So I'm a little, we'll see what they actually end up with there. And then last but not least, for Apex Legends, well, not last, there's one more thing after it, but they added the 10th legend, which was Watson. Honestly, the look of Watson to me was underwhelming. I thought that maybe it would look a little bit cooler, but what are you gonna do? It's a new legend. Her abilities did seem pretty cool though. Like you get her not her passive. What's the one? I guess a tactical is what it's called. The L1 the L1 one. It's like you set up these barriers, these fences, and so I guess they didn't show any damage, like any other players taking damage from them. I would guess that means that either they take damage or they just cannot get past them. But you can make up to 12 of them at once and connect them all to just make a network of barriers that people have to get through. And it doesn't affect your teammates. Your teammates can just walk right by the barriers. Let's see. What else? The ultimate for the new character is going to be almost like a automatic turret, sort of. You set it down and it'll shoot down grenades. It'll shoot down, like if somebody drops the who is that has? I think Bangalore has like the rocket things that like drop. It's just an airstrike, but whatever. It'll intercept those essentially, so you don't want to actually get hurt by them. It'll also increase how quickly the fences can be built. So you can only build 4 of those at a time, but you can get up to 12 total. So if you have like 4 of them built, and then you put down they call it an interception pylon. If you put down the interception pylon, the ultimate, and then that would make your recharge on the tactical a little bit faster. Also, the accelerants will bring her all the way up to 100. So if you use an ultimate accelerant, once you use it, up to 100 immediately, instead of having it just kind of increase the speed. So I mean, like I said, the look of the character, not really crazy about, but the abilities and everything, they seem pretty cool. They had a little bit of background story for her. If I'm honest, I don't care that much about background story, but if you do, she and her dad helped build the ring, the shrinking ring that all battle royales have for Apex Legends, their shrinking ring, whatever you want to call it. They helped make that. And, I mean, I don't know. I don't know how to feel. I mean, it doesn't really matter to me. The backgrounds don't really matter that much. I don't really think there's not one legend that I look at and I'm like, oh, I really identify with this character's story. Like, I don't know. But some people do like that. And then at the very, very end, they kind of teased some sort of creature in the game that'll be in the game. It looked like some sort of dragon. I don't know. We just have to see. They wouldn't reveal what that is, but we'll get to it. July 2nd is when that update is. So, now that we're done with the Apex Legends portion of it, the next portion is going to be highlights from the Xbox presentation. We'll start with the biggest one, which is sort of a weird one, but Cyberpunk 2077. So, the game looks pretty good. It's always looked pretty good, actually. But then they dropped this trailer, and like the trailer is all action-packed. Somebody gets in a situation, blah, blah, blah. He like flies out of a car onto the ground, and all of a sudden Keanu Reeves shows up, and it's just like everybody freaks the fuck out about Keanu Reeves. I did a live stream where I kind of reacted to everything, and yeah, I was like, whoa, fucking Neo's here, fucking Keanu Reeves, what the fuck? I don't know why he's such a I don't know, like a good celebrity, or what's the word I'm looking for here? Like, I don't know, but yeah, so Keanu Reeves in Cyberpunk 2077. How did we get here? Who knows? But he's in it now. And then he came out on stage and kind of, I think he showed the release date, right? We have April 16th, 2020 as the release date. So early next year, I'll look forward to it. They put Keanu Reeves in it. So now I'm just like, all right, sure. After that, let's see. Double Fine, which made Psychonauts, is now it has been acquired, I guess, by Microsoft. So Psychonauts 2 they revealed, and so that'll be coming out. That'll come out on all systems, though, not just Xbox. So I'm excited for that. I never played the first Psychonauts, but it always intrigued me, and that motivates me to go back and play it, just so I can actually be caught up and enjoy the second one when it does come out. They showed a new Minecraft game, which, I didn't think there was going to be anything Minecraft, and it really... I don't know. It kind of caught my attention, and so I'm interested to see it. It's called Minecraft Dungeons. It looks almost like a Diablo-esque game, like I guess you would call it a dungeon crawler. I'm not usually a fan of those, but it looked interesting enough, and it has that kind of already created world of Minecraft in there. So that comes out in spring 2020. So I mean, we got a while to wait on that, but that looks interesting. I definitely want to check that out when it comes out. They had this weird pairing after that, so. They did a Forza Horizon 4, which I love the Forza Horizon games. Those are fun. But then they added Legos, like Lego cars to it, like Lego pieces. I was so fucking confused. But at the same time, it looked pretty cool. If I played Forza Horizon 4, I would definitely I feel like I would definitely go for that. I haven't played it because I don't play Xbox a lot. However, I will say, this conference did or presentation or whatever, kind of makes me want an Xbox now. But then again, I already have an Xbox. Kind of makes me want to get Game Pass, which I really had no intention or interest in getting before. Now I kind of do have a bit of an interest to get that. Speaking of the Game Pass, so they have their normal Game Pass, which I think is what, $10 a month. Now they've unveiled a PC version of the Game Pass, which I guess is cool. I didn't realize that it wasn't like cross. I thought that like everything for Microsoft now was PC and Xbox. I didn't realize that it even mattered, but apparently it does. So you can either get the console version of Game Pass, or you can get the PC version of Game Pass, and I believe both of those are $10. Or you can get Xbox Live Gold, which is also $10. Or if you want to get all three of those, they unveiled a Ultimate Game Pass thingy, which is $15 a month. Which honestly, if I was to get this, I would probably get that. Just because, I mean, you get the console, you get the PC, and you get live, you can play online, you can get all the free games. That's basically what they kind of pointed out throughout this entire thing. They're beefing up their Game Pass, hey, look at all this free shit you're going to get, even though it's not really free, but it kind of is. Well, it's not, but you know what I'm saying. Like, look at all the free shit that you get if you join our Game Pass. And some people have said it was not really that great. Me personally, I mean, I didn't consider it before, and now I do. So, you know what I mean? And I've got some people that want me to play with them on Xbox as well. So, it might be just for the because everything first party Microsoft titles, like, they drop day one on Xbox Game Pass. So that's another big draw there. Let's see. And then they also kind of, showed Xbox Scarlet, or I don't know, it's Project Scarlet. I don't really know. It's the next gen Xbox, which is a weird thing. Like, it didn't really. So that's just Project Scarlet. Like, it's not even like the full blown name of it. It's not even like, I don't know. It felt kind of out of place there. Well, not out of place, because I know you want to hear something about the next gen consoles, because we are on the cusp of like new generation of consoles. But like, it just didn't. It was just like a thing where they interviewed a bunch of people working on it, and then it just like a CGI name. Like, that was it. It wasn't really anything. It was weird. But that's kind of like my highlights from the Xbox presentation. Like I said, man, I wasn't considering. Game Pass wasn't even on my radar. Now I want it. Let's go. And then the last thing here that we could do before next week. Next week I'll go through all the other bits, but the next thing that I saw was the Bethesda presentation, which I was really kind of lukewarm about. You know what I mean? But the first thing they came out with was Fallout 76. You know, everybody fucking hated it. Well, not everybody, but a large number of people did not care for it. It wasn't great. First thing to say, hey, you want those human NPCs with the quest lines and the dialogue and the choices and all that stuff, the thing that you love about all the other actual Fallout games, hey, you're getting them. So that's pretty cool. That actually made me go, oh shit, I want to jump back into Fallout 76. If you put human NPCs in there with dialogue and quest and like I said, everything you normally like about a Fallout game, then I mean that's fucking awesome, and I definitely want to jump back in there and play it. So it's called Wastelanders, and I'm excited to jump back in for that specifically. I even went and told my friend that likes Fallout but didn't play it because he knew about that. I told him, and he was like, "Oh, okay," So let's see. They also are going to add a battle royale mode, which they have added. It's already added, called Nuclear Winter. And I don't know if it's a permanent thing though. So it said from June 10th to 17th. You could play this battle royale mode. You could play Fallout 76 for free in general. But I don't know if this is a permanent thing. That's what I'm not quite sure about. Regardless, I mean, I think I should download it and try it anyway, because just Fallout 76 battle royale. I mean, not really a huge draw for me, but enough to make me want to jump back in just to try it. I mean, and then they revealed a new game called Deathloop by the makers, by Arcane, which I think they made Prey, but I know that they did, oh shit, what's that one called? What's the one called? Oh, frick. Oh, I can't remember the name of it, but it's Arcane. It's like their big one. I can't remember the name of it. Oh, man. Anyway, they revealed a new game that kind of looked like a, I don't know, it's, what's that Tom Cruise movie? There's a Live, Die, Repeat. I can't remember what it was called. But it's a Tom Cruise movie where you repeat the exact same day over and over again. Groundhog Day, whatever. Kind of like, I don't know. But it was kind of a big deal for them. So yeah, there was that. And then there's a mobile game that they have called Elder Scrolls Blades. And I remember hearing about it last E3, and I couldn't get it for some reason. I found out why I couldn't get it. I couldn't get it because my phone was old, and my phone is still too old to get it. But it's coming to Switch in the fall of 2019. So that actually makes me want to pull out my Switch and play it, because well, I don't play my Switch at all. And so, I mean, if I can at least find something, it's free, like it's, you know what I mean? The Elder Scrolls, basically, it's more Skyrim, essentially. All right, well, that wraps up everything that I've got for E3. This is only E3 Part 1, okay? We got E3 Part 2 next week on the next podcast, even though it'll all already be out there because I'm, like, behind the curve on that stuff. I enjoy it. This is one of my favorite parts of the year, just because I get to look at all the new games and get hyped about them and stuff like that. So that's pretty cool. All right, you guys, we're almost to the end of the podcast. I know it was a long one, okay? But anyway, I just want to talk about channel update stuff real quick. I am up to 33 followers on Twitch as of the recording of this podcast, and I'm up to 250 subscribers on YouTube. So, 250 subscribers. I said I'm going to do a video where I dress up as my Rec Room character, and I plan to do that. I'm going to have to go record it on Saturday. So you can expect it to be out sometime next week. Probably later on in the week, just to make sure I get it done right. But I'm going to try and make myself look as much like my Rec Room character as I can. I don't know if I'll cut my hair. I might cut my hair. I can definitely shave, but I don't know if I don't know if you can cut your hair like the way that it's cut in the game. Anyway, we'll just have to see how it turns out. Hopefully the the 250 subscriber video turns out pretty good. All right, everybody. Well, thank you for joining me for podcast number 31, E3 week part 1. And then next Monday, I'll do E3 part 2. If you like the podcast, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. We'll see you next week. RCLman out.